What's up guys, Fuffin here, and before we get into the video, YouTube is telling me that only a tiny bit of my viewers are actually subscribed, so if you like the content I make here and you want to subscribe, I don't know how much it helps you guys out, but it sure does give me some nice little dopamine releases in my tiny chimp brain. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching the videos already, so if you want to save that sub for another time, that's fine too. Let's get into the video. Alright, what's up guys? This is Fuffin here, and I am going to be going over like exactly the games that I played to get from Gold 4 to Plat 4. And this is pretty simple. I just hit Plat 4 on this account, so we're going to see, hopefully it pops up my most recent match. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go over this. Basically, I believe that this was actually my first game in going from gold to or from silver to gold. I believe this was my first game. I could be wrong. It could be something else over here. I'll actually just check this real quick. So there's actually a dip here in gold 3. So we'll actually look at the last lost game or whatever. Okay, so this. So we can go back a little bit here then. So basically, we'll say like right here. As you can see, for most of my games, I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. And with the exception of this 8th place, I played as consistently as possible. And I'll get to this in a second. And I will explain entirely why this 8th place happened. So, in essence, you can see generally a pattern in the games that I'm winning, right? So if you're not able to notice this, my main comp that I play, both on my main and that I've been using as an experiment on this, is the All Legendaries comp, plus Shen and Irelia. A lot of people don't choose to run Irelia, but I personally really like the 3 Adept over the 2. And the Divine is just an extra bonus cookie or whatever. And, it is what it is. So, I will go over this after the final video in this series comes out, where I will have a complete guide on how to play my variation of the All Legendaries comp. And if you aren't, able to see that, or maybe this is the video that's out right now before the new one comes out, you can be sure to check out my last gameplay video. I'll have a little link in the description, and the screenshot of the actual picture, the thumbnail, will be on screen. Now, that is just sort of where I explain some of the nuance with it, but as I watched the video back, I realized that, like, me telling things like that in the moment kind of either give misinformation, or maybe I don't communicate things fast enough because I'm trying to play the game. Also, in essence, this build is probably my favorite build out of set 4. It is really, really hard to pin down every single game, and even on my main account, I don't hit it consistently. But as I've been playing on this, getting to Plat 4 within however many games, and if you already know this by watching the first episode in the series, I did troll a lot in the beginning because I wanted a more genuine experience to climb through the lower ranks. But then as I switched into actually just playing all legendaries instead of, talent or things like that, it became a little bit harder. So, as you may notice, the first game that we'll go out of here, I have a chosen Ezreal. So, in essence, when I play this comp, I will almost always try to go for tier at the beginning, because I think that tier is really, really underrated. I think that blue buff is actually incredibly strong early, and so is Hand of Justice. And there are a lot of champions that people don't usually pick up and use that can utilize blue buff really, really good for a lot of the game. And I'll go touch on this when I get to the absolute last thing on my match history. So, in essence, I go for blue buff as early as I can, or I make Hand of Justice. And the next priority would be either it's Hand of Justice and blue buff. You want both of those, but blue buff has priority. And then Guardian Angel, because the one thing that you'll see consistently through most of my games is that I try to get Hand of Justice, blue buff, and Guardian Angel on Yone. So, with that said, anything else is fine. So, a lot of times I'll make things like ZZ Route Portal, Zephyr, because all I care about is getting to level 9 as fast as I can and doing, as much damage to everybody else as I can. So it makes everyone else choke out of the game, and, it allows you to play very aggressive and then slowly build toward the end game model. So, as you can see, this was one of the games where I played this, and at the end of the game, you typically get a chosen. I usually want to go for Yone chosen, but if you get a Ezreal chosen, and I believe I could have just made the Elderwood spat, or maybe I made it to win some fights, it lets you also play Elderwood. And so I had 2 Elderwood spats, actually, as I'm looking at this. And that just means that you can have extra damage other places. So things like that. That might have been a high roll too. This is my first game on the gold yesterday, 23 hours ago. But, And then here, there's been a couple times where I'll just try and break the mold of how I'm playing. And I'll try and just do something else. And this game I tried playing Dusk, and it just didn't work. This one, maybe I was playing something poorly, but I just kind of winged it, I guess. I played poorly here, so I'm going to take this 5th on the chin with that. Now, for these next 2, again, they were firsts. This one was the all legendaries, and then you'll see that I actually played a Diana comp. So, if you know me, I don't like reroll comps. I absolutely cannot stand them, and I actually recorded a VOD for this that I may upload. But in essence, it's not entirely Moonlight Diana reroll either, because you'll see that these are the only 3 champions that I actually played that are relevant to that comp, and then I decided to go all legendaries at the end of the game anyway. It's a trend that I've been doing, and this is just sort of my play style. But if you get handed, I got handed like 7 Lissandras by the first PvE round, and then like 6 Dianas, with the Diana chosen, with a Hand of Justice and a Titans. At that point, you just play it, right? And, I expected to get a second, but I was able to outplay my opponent a little bit at the end game, and managed to get a first. I forgot what they had, actually. Okay, so they had 9 cultists. That's why I was like, okay, well, they got it. 9 cultists with a Lee Sin 2, and a Pike 3, with some, double chalice plus jeweled gauntlet. Not horrible by any means. And then we have this. So this is something that I just need to absolutely address. For this game, I did not play a chosen for about 90% of the game. I sold an early chosen, and I just kind of was like really greeding too hard. So my advice for this is don't greed, don't sell your early chosen, don't just try and like pick up things. As like most of my games, I have more than just a bunch of 1 stars. And you just have to econ, and you have to play aggressively. I don't know how to play from behind anymore, because I'm so used to playing aggressively with my foot on the lobby of everybody that, there's games where, I can actually play, and this is me using my brain, I can pull out a 5th. But here, I just got an 8th. And for me, I don't think getting an 8th in anything that's not even platinum or diamond is acceptable. So this is just I played it, and then I realized what I was doing, and I was just very unmotivated to continue to play the game. It was a very much like, get me out. And I think the guy after me even may have gotten out like right after. Yeah, he got out at the same time. So it could have possibly been a 7th, right? Still no excuse. This, I'll just say, you have to know how to play consistently. If you think that you're doing something wrong, and if you talk to yourself and you say out loud like, wow, I really shouldn't have fucking done that, then listen to yourself. Because I did that plenty of times in this game, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And then, it gave me an 8th. And that's something that I've still done on my main account, and I'm just way too ready for that playing on a Smurf. So that's something that I need to definitely stop doing. And then the next game, obviously, just another Elderwood. I remember playing the Elderwood Chosen one, and I just got, double Elderwood spat again. I'll go into my itemization later in the advanced guide or whatever, but, that is what it is. And then the final game. This is one that I just played, and as you can tell, this is not a weak team by any means. So, how did I get 3rd? Did I miss position poorly? Did I have something bad? Did I? No. And this is something that I need to pull out to you guys too. Um, the top guy had a Warwick 3 at 4-2. And the guy who got like 6th had a Cass 3 at like 4-4. It's nuts. I'll post a little video clip if I have one right now playing the moment. I actually went up to go get a drink of water, thought my team was strong enough, and ended up losing a fight. And I had no idea how until I came back and saw he had a Warwick 3 at 4-2. So this was playing for third, or second. It was playing for second, but the guy, at the end of the game, went against my ghost and lost, and then I went against the final guy and lost. So I ended up taking way too much damage and ended up getting a third. This isn't something I'm super angry about. Sometimes you just get put up against people who high roll the fuck out of the game, and there's nothing you can do about it. But, you know, you play for as strong as you can, and I mean, the guy who got the Cassiopeia 3 got 6th. So it could be worse. Could be him. Anyway, I think that'll be it for this. My game plan is going to be the same to get to Diamond on this account. I'm just going to keep going for the all legendary comps, and if I figure out anything new with how people are playing from Platinum to Diamond, I'll be sure to be going over that in the next video. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been Fuffin. I am the legendary Slayer 003, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace, peace.